Welcome to tonight's game. Girls basketball is going to be Duchesne and Altamont tonight. Also, the boys basketball to follow this game, so you won't want to go anywhere. Just some exciting action. This is always fun. Rivalry, Duchesne and Altamont. I'm Mark Winterton. Brandon Jones also joining me. You can see him there. Actually, he's over talking to Coach Mornier. They're in the Superman shirt, so he's right there on the right in your screen, right at your television screen. Altamont and Duchesne. This is always a fun one, and of course, this is all brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, Mountain Land Supply, L&L Motor, Ute Tribal Enterprises, Ions Bank, Moon Lake Electric, Strata Networks, United, operated by SkyWest, and Utah State University. As both these teams coming into tonight, well, looking at, I guess, Altamont, Coach Mornier, he's got them 8-5, region play of 2-2. And for the Duchesne Eagles, as Coach Stansfield's got them 7-5 in region play, they're 3-1. And so both of these teams, some of your top teams in the region, or as far as their classification goes, some of the better in the state. Duchesne and Altamont tonight. This again, the girls basketball game starting here at well, any minute, and then the boys game supposed to start at 7. That's Coach Moyer there, as we'll be coming live to you here in just a bit. We'll be having the starting lineup and our national anthem coming up here in a bit. We're going to just go to a quick break. We'll be back.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Here at Stewart's Marketplace, we are pleased to announce that we are now carrying certified Angus beef. Team that up with our Smithfield Prime Pork, and Stewart's Marketplace has the best beef in the basin. So come on over and check it out. It's a cut above the rest.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
The obstetrics unit at the Ashley Regional Women's Center offers outstanding care for moms and their babies, before, during, and after the delivery. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash,
I decided to attend USU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family is at.
Such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
That's me, a canvas for my friend's artwork. How did I end up here? Well, I'm a good kid, so my parents assumed I'd never drink underage. But all kids get offered alcohol. Now, school isn't going well. My parents think it's a phase, but I don't know. My brain is still developing, so I'm more at risk for addiction. Even good kids need help to make good decisions. Mom, Dad, please set clear rules. Absolutely no underage drinking.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Oh, Mark Winterton here, along with Brandon Jones. You got him on the wrong. They had him backwards. That's okay. This is Brandon.
What's up?
They're 20 minutes late here starting, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't exactly know when we're gonna get a start time, but it's gonna happen soon.
It's gonna happen today. No, this is always, and it's fun. This is fun. I love Duchesne and Altamont. Right. Oh, now you got it. Now you got it right. Duchesne and Altamont tonight. Girls and boys basketball will be the girls starting us out, and these girls, both teams. Girls teams are pretty good. I mean, 5 losses. They're both in over 500, 8-5 and 7-5, and so both teams are going to be fun to watch tonight. As the boys will be following this game. But what else you got? What you got on the? Let's talk a little bit about Duchesne. The scorers. Who are we watching?
So Duchesne, you know, they've won their last 4 in a row, so they're feeling really good right now, and. It's funny that Duchesne has actually lost their last 2, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, if they can get their fire back. And they you know, Coach Mornier, he says that they can, and they're going to do that. But we got some good scorers from this team, and you know, Brianna Brady. Yeah, Brianna Brady. She has 27 points.
Oh, for Duchesne.
Yeah, but she's a really good 3-point shooter. I've watched her on a couple of the highlight film. She's got a real pure shot, so just watch for her when she scores. Number 21, yeah.
She's right here.
Yeah, and she could see her warming up on this side, but not on the camera. But and then a 119-point scorer, Alyssa Grant. She plays kind of in that power forward center position, but she can come out and stroke the three as well. So she's got like 3 threes on the year as well. And then Ashlyn Gathram is probably the best player for Duchesne. She kind of runs plays for this team and creates her own space off the ball and gets good shots. So some really good scorers from this side. And then on
Altamont, let's talk Altamont.
Altamont, you got Emery Maxfield. So she's got 155 points on the year. She averages about 12 points per game. And a big stat for her is 51 assists. So she really passes the ball well as a scorer. Sometimes you don't always find your leading scorers being your leading assist person as well. So she's not afraid to pass the ball. And then you got another girl that's really good for this team is Madison Zeman, and she plays more in that post position, kind of like Allison does on the other side. And she has 76 rebounds to go along with. And I told you that this is a great rebounding team when they have 360-something rebounds between the whole team. And that's what, Coach Mornier preaches to these guys. If you rebound and get the ball and get extra possessions, especially on the offensive end, then it really can contribute and win games for you. And
both of these girls are both sophomores. Emery Maxfield and Madison Zeman, correct?
Yeah, it's a really young team for Altamont. The Longhorns, they have a great future ahead of them, and especially with Mornier just being a first-year head coach. He coached at Union last year. He was one of the assistants for the Union Cougars, and now he's got his opportunity to shine and be a head coach.
And already an 8-5 record for the Altamont Longhorns. Of course, this all, being brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, Mountain Land Supply, L&L Motor, and also Ute Tribal Enterprises, Zions Bank, and Moon Lake Electric, Strata Networks, United operated by SkyWest, and Utah State University, all making it possible for us to be bringing you this live coverage of high school sports here in the Basin.
And we were talking a little bit how young the team is on Altamont, but there's a really veteran team from Duchesne. There's 6 of their seniors play starting minutes, and they only have a couple sophomores that come in and play for them, but most of them are seniors. So there's a lot of veteran leadership here for the Eagles. So that could be a contributing factor with a rivalry game. If you have a team that's been here before and done it, where you have a team that's younger on the other side, plus they're away.
Definitely. And somebody go and give those officials a little.
Yeah, we need a little cattle prod.
Someone mentioned a cattle prod, yeah.
Yeah, not for the officials, just for
not
the
for the officials?
No,
sure?
no. I like the officials.
No, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying get them started. A whistle? That would work. Where's my whistle? I left it. I'll have it over here on Thursday. It's Duchesne. Let's see, Emery's coming to Duchesne to wrestle them, and so that wrestling duel will be on Thursday here in Duchesne. I got that one. Take care of that one.
So is it a meet where they have a bunch of teams here, or is it just
those two?
Two.
Just a dual meet between Emery
Right
and Duchesne. Emery's a team that's been up and coming over the years. They got a good coach in Coach Christensen. Yeah, he's done a good job there, and he's been steady. I think the big thing about a program is having a coach that's going to stick around for a little while. If you've got a coach change every couple years, every year, take example. We won't use any examples. We won't.
Well,
but you know what I'm talking about. Those programs that have a coaching change every year, they struggle. They struggle year in and year out.
Well, let's take the Union Cougar girls, for example. They've had some really good years and made the state playoffs and got into a couple games. And this year they have a brand new coach in Sarah Parker, and she's a really good coach, but it's just different. And so they kind of struggled at the beginning of the year, but right now they're playing lights out there in Roosevelt. And that's just, it takes some time for a new coach to set up what he wants to do, and so
establish what he
So I mean, you can have like these girls have been playing since they've been freshmen, and they're all seniors now at that Union, and you could take the same thing with here to Duchesne, and you put a new coach in there, and they might be a different team.
Yeah, so just establishing, I guess, a coach for several years, the program starts to build on itself, and especially if that coach is, doing what's best for the program. So, well, I tell you what, I thought our start time was 5:30. What do you got? What do we want?
We're hitting about 6 o'clock.
What do we want to talk about tonight, Brandon? What else you got?
Oh, let's talk about AFC, NFC championship games. How about that?
Did you watch the games?
I watched them. Yeah, they were pretty good until the very final buzzer, and then I wasn't very happy with any of them.
Okay, so you were cheering for the Saints.
Yep,
and you were
absolutely.
cheering for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. So let's talk first about the Saints, the Rams game. Why the Saints?
Well, I like the Saints because I'm a BYU guy, and Taysom Hill is like the Swiss Army knife, that comes in, and he's had a touchdown throwing, he's had a touchdown running, has a touchdown receiving now, and then a bunch of tackles on each side. So I like him a lot, but I've liked the Saints. They're a good team. I love Drew Brees, watching him, and and the Patriots, I don't mind them too, but it's just they're there every year, and it just gets tiring. So
all right.
But so I feel they should be in the Super Bowl over where the Saints, like the Rams got lucky. The refs totally blew the call at the end of the game with that pass interference and won the game for the Rams. That's my take.
I think if you play this game, if you play both games again, I think you're still going to come up with the same result on the Rams-Saints. I think the Rams are a better team. They've got a phenomenal defense. Offensively, they're extremely tough.
Yeah.
Saints are. I can't say anything about the Saints. I'm not saying anything against the Saints. I'm just saying defensively, the Rams, they're one of the best. We're waiting for a. Okay, so we're waiting for another game to finish. That's why the start time's been delayed. JV game must be being played in the other gym over across the way. So as soon as that game is over, then we can start here.
I get it now, yes.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of depth out there right now. Let's just put it that way. They could start, but they're probably going to get extremely tired, as I can only see 5 for each. Probably our starters, so they wouldn't have any bench. Anyways, back to and so then the AFC game. Chiefs and Patriots. Of course you want to see someone different. If that game was played again, I see the Chiefs coming away with a big win.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are a tougher team, better team offensively by far. But Brady's been there so many times, he knows he doesn't feel any stress, and he just goes and gets it done.
Yep, he's
time and time
awesome. Again. There's no doubt about it that guy can just ball.
That guy's clutch.
He's the GOAT, for a reason.
Right.
And but Patrick Mahomes, that quarterback for Kansas City, he can throw, sidearm. He can throw underhanded. He can throw left-handed.
You saw it all.
It's awesome.
You saw it all in the game too.
So for just a fan point of view, that's the guy you wanted to see in the Super Bowl.
Well, and didn't you want to see a rematch of the Rams-Chiefs game?
Yeah.
I mean, that was
the best game of the year. Yeah.
And
both in the 50s?
Right. I don't remember the final score. I wanted to say it was
54 to
was it 54, 50 something?
There was 113 points between the both teams, so however that math adds up. And it was like one of the most high-scoring NFL games in history, if not the highest. I think it was like second or third on the list.
And it's definitely the game I wanted to see. But
yeah, but now we got Patriots and we got Rams, and that's still a pretty cool matchup. I think that the Patriots will win though.
Patriots are going to have Gronk for the first time in the Super Bowl.
He's awesome.
They've never had Gronk. He's been injured or whatever. And so this is going to be the one time that Brady has Gronk to go to in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and Gronk is a monster, and he's awesome. And then you have, I'm a BYU guy again. I got Kyle Van Noy on the defense.
Yeah, you got Van Noy there.
And he was huge in that game against Kansas City. with 2 sacks and 10 tackles.
I would have really liked to see the Patriots with Josh Gordon.
Oh.
But for some reason, the guy appreciates drug abuse instead.
Yeah, just didn't work out.
Smoking the weed, he's a little bit too much that way, and so they lost Gordon, and he definitely was your star receiver for the Patriots if they had one. I mean, he was the guy, and he started to come along. Brady was really, the two of them were finding some chemistry, and they were doing really well towards the end of the season until Gordon got the boot, the suspension, and so now he's back to his possession receivers in Altamont and Hogan, and Hogan's not even. He hasn't been completely impressing, so.
Yeah, and then Jared Goff, young guy, 2nd year, came from Cal.
Looks like we're going to have our national anthem here, so we'll go to that.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, it's our national anthem there. Yeah, we're going to learn our lineup. There's Alyssa Abbott, number 3. Number 11, Cassidy Rasmussen. Number 13, Gracie Gardner. Number 21, Madison Zeman. And number 23, Emery Maxfield. So there's our starting 5 for the Altamont Longhorns. Number 20, number 14. 14, Ashlyn Gatherum. 21, Brianna Brady. Number 30 is Paula Tesoro. Number 32, Mackenzie Nelson. And number 33, that's Grant there, isn't it?
Yeah, Alyssa Grant.
Alyssa Grant, that we don't have her information. Yes.
And I checked with the coach. That was the one. She's there. So.
And so we are
back
ready
to
to
basketball.
Get going.
It's nice.
Back to basketball.
Yeah. Got a huge football conversation. Football's great. But now we're back to basketball.
Hey, we got a 2 weeks break now, unless you want to watch the Pro Bowl.
That's true.
I've never been much of a Pro Bowl fan. It's just kind of like,
I don't know. It's like the worst one there is. The All-Star game for the basketball is awesome, and baseball, they all mean kind of something. In football, it's just tough. You're just avoiding injuries, so there's no tackling. And
right. No one wants to tackle real hard.
I guess they have some really cool jerseys.
Yeah, there's the tip. As Brady will come away with it for the Eagles as she brings it down left side. Goes back up top to Gatherum. Gatherum back up top to Brady here. Now to Grant. Grant's going to go inside. Nope, she's going to go far side. Gatherum. Gatherum goes back up top to Brady. Swings it. As Grant's going to attempt the three. Can't get it to fall, but a rebound by Gatherum, and the Eagles got it back. Now Grant will drive, goes up, nothing going for her. Rebound Rasmussen.
Oh, and a steal
How about that?
A steal by Alyssa Grant right there. Takes it away and puts it in. So she gets 3 shots on that one possession.
That is Maxfield there, number 23. Watch her and number 21, Zeman. As she goes to Zeman. That's number 13 there. Gracie Gardner with the attempt. And it's Brady coming back the other way to Gatherum. Now inside. Shot goes up. And that is Mackenzie Nelson. Gets the rebound, and putback. Gets 2 more.
And
nice.
you could see the 2 different paces of each team right now. You know, Duchesne slows it way down, gets a decent shot, and they just go with no shot clock and just take off as they get a steal.
Man coverage there, full court coverage. Full court press. Why do I say coverage? I always say that. I said it last game.
You're still playing football, man. I don't know.
I like the coverage here. We got a 4-2 ball game here. It is our games of the week here. It's Altamont and Duchesne. And almost another steal there. Nelson gets it back to Gatherum. Gatherum's going to go down court. Now it's got a steal by Gardner. They're going to call that foul on Gatherum.
Yeah, really good pressure defense there by Altamont. They're just, they're just physical, and that's what they want to play like. And Duchesne's the same way. They've always been a physical team, so there should be just a battle.
So Zeman into Abbott. Abbott gets it to Rasmussen, back to Abbott, and now back up top to Zeman. Zeman will go Maxfield to Abbott. That's Gracie Gardner with the shot.
Really good look by Gracie Gardner right at the top of that elbow shot. Puts it right in.
And we got a timeout.
Looks like Altamont called it, right?
I missed it.
I think he did. Again, Moria doesn't want this game to, turn into momentum for Duchesne, and that's why he called that timeout. I thought it was a good one.
And so real quick, while we've got you here, Moon Lake Electric is one of our proud sponsors of high school sports in the Uinta Basin, along with Utah State University. Be an Aggie in the Uinta Basin. No matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words as Utah State University. You can visit uintabasin.usu.edu for more information or call 435-722-1700 to get started.
They just showed the replay of that, Gracie Gardner shot. Just pure form. Knocks it down.
Brady bringing it down court, Gatherum. And couldn't tell who that one went off. They're going to say that one is off of Duchesne there, out of bounds.
Just more, physical defense right there. Longhorns wanting the ball more, and they got it.
As Gardner gets this one into Maxfield. Maxfield to Zeman. Zeman will dribble up top. And it's Gardner with another shot. She can't come away with the anything there. Gatherum rebound to Brady. Down court. And a nice little pass and catch shot there. That's a Redmond with the 2.
Yeah, she made the block on the other side. Megan Remond made the block and then came all the way down and got the pass. Had the opportunity to make the shot, and she puts it in.
Traveling there, call against the Longhorns, and it'll go back Duchesne ball.
As you see on the replay, Remond, she just flies down the court after she makes the block. Goes and flies down the court and makes that hustle play for Duchesne.
There's another turnover here. Shot goes up, defended by the Eagles. Another shot.
And it was another block by Megan Remond.
Let's say this one's out of bounds against the Eagles, and so it'll be Longhorn ball. Abbott to inbound. As she does to Zeman. Zeman, nothing going there. Yes. And now it's Gatherum at the other end. She gets 2, and she'll go to the line shooting 1.
And that's what, good defense does. It makes good offense. So you see she gets the steal, and she sees her girl way down the court, and Gatherum gathers and puts it in for 2.
And so we got a timeout. 4:32 left to go here in the first period. It's the Eagles on top, 8-4. We'll be back after this quick break.
Here at Stewart's Marketplace, we are pleased to announce that we are now carrying certified Angus beef. Team that up with our Smithfield prime pork, and Stewart's Marketplace has the best beef in the basin. So come on over and check it out. It's a cut above the rest.
The Obstetrics Unit at the Ashley Regional Women's Center offers outstanding care for moms and their babies before, during, and after the delivery. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
And we are back. It's Altamont Longhorns taking on Duchesne Eagles here in Duchesne. And the Gatherum will be at the line shooting 1 after that nice little layup. Gets the foul. 2 and 1.
Yeah, after Mornier called that defensive timeout, it was 4-4. And sometimes things don't go your way after you call a timeout, and Duchesne kind of capitalized on it and got a 4-point lead.
Now look at that. 5. Gatherum, makes a 3-point play as Altamont's going to push hard. Zeman. And she's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Eagles ball. Gatherum to inbound this.
And I know that,
into Nelson.
Mornier teams wants to be in a hurry, but not that fast. And they just pushed it too quick.
Good passing by the Eagles. A nice little turnaround there. That was by Redmond. Remond.
Is it Remond?
Remond.
Yeah.
It is Remond. It is Remond. Yeah, some rosters have the D in there and some don't. It is Remond though. And so it's Gatherum up on top to Brady, to Grant. The Eagles swinging this around. Now they're going to go inside. Inside to Nelson. She gets her own rebound. Put back. Gets that one to fall. And the Eagles up by 7.
Made the hustle play and got back up there and got that offensive rebound and put it right back in. No blocking out there on that play by Altamont, which is very uncharacteristic for this team.
Zeman drives. Shot goes up. She gets it to go and the foul.
And that's a play that will get your team going. An and one play on the road. Zeman does a great job right there.
Well, and they need the points right here as you watch this replay here.
And she makes the other free throw, so
pulled with just down by 4 here, 11-7.
And they go into that full court press. They've done that pretty much all game so far. It's worked well.
As they get it down into Nelson's hands, she goes back up. Going to get called with the charge against Gardner.
Yeah, Gracie Gardner steps in and makes a great position right there to get that offensive foul.
And so Gardner into Maxfield. Maxfield will bring the ball down. Right about 3 minutes to go here in the first period as the Eagles lead 11-7. Zeman will dribble up top. Kicks back left to Gardner. Back up top to Zeman. Zeman taking control up top here as the Longhorns continue to have pretty good ball movement. Zeman's going to dribble back up top.
And now the Longhorns switch sides here, and they go slow and pretty much pass the ball around until they get a good shot here as they shoot it here.
Off the mark, in a rebound by Gatherum. Gatherum coming the other way. Grant passed it out there to Riemann, and Riemann went inside to Nilsson.
And then
as they call
another great play by Megan Riemann right there to tie up the ball. Get that jump ball. Possession error goes to Altamont, but it will go back to them if they get another jump ball.
So Maxfield bringing the ball down the court for the Longhorns. Left side to Zeman. Zeman's going to drive. Off the mark, rebound McKenzie. She uses her elbow there to kind of free up.
I think they called that on her, yeah, number 32.
Yeah, they did. So Longhorns will take this one out underneath.
Let's see if we see a replay on there. She extended that elbow out pretty far, so it was a good call. They're not going to see it on the replay, but.
As Abbott will pass this one in. Struggling to find someone. There she does. Shot up, blocked. That was Rasmussen, and it's Gatherum. Goes the distance, can't get it to go. Fall. Abbott with the rebound, bound to Maxfield. Maxfield now driving. To Rasmussen, to Garner, and Garner gets the basket to fall. And the Longhorns within 2.
And Gracie Gardner stepping up big for her team. 54 points on the year, doing a great job tonight.
Nice play there, and now a steal by Nilsson. I was going to say nice play by the Altamont Longhorns. Nilsson's going to go up and get fouled. She'll go to the line shooting 2. Good transition there by the Eagles just to get the ball back.
Yeah, and a pretty good answer by, the Longhorns coming back to this game, only 2 points down, depending on the free throws here, but Duchesne had a chance to kind of blow it out a little bit right there, and Altamont took back over.
Well, good free throw shooting so far, it seems like, for both teams. Mackenzie Nilsson gets that first shot. She'll have another.
And she now could have 100 points on the year if she makes this free throw, and she does.
So 4-point lead for the Eagles. Maxfield will cross over half court to Abbott. Abbott to Rasmussen inside. And that is Oakley Foy that gets that little, and now a steal. Steal by Maxfield to Abbott. 50 seconds left here in the first period. A little bumping out there. Refs are doing good just to let them continue to play here. Now there's a steal by Grant. Grant coming the other way for the Eagles.
And I like that the refs are, letting a little play go. I mean, this is a rivalry game. It's supposed to be physical. It's supposed to be a battle out there. As long as it's not too bad, just let it go. Let it play.
Turnaround jumper by Grant. Go no good. Rebound Rasmussen. Abbott back up top to Maxfield, who's going to take the shot. In and out. That one rings in and out. And it's Foy with the rebound. Looks like that is... and that's Tesoro that comes away with it. She's going to throw this one down. Gatherum's there, makes the catch, and wow. At the end of the first.
Right at the buzzer, man. That was crazy. I didn't think she was going to get it off in time, especially with that long of throw, but got it to her, and Gatherum puts it in. Wow.
So Duchesne on top, 15-11 after the first period here.
Impressive pass right there, right to her in the breadbasket.
Great pass by Tesoro down to Gatherum. And the Eagles will be up by 4 points here as we'll get ready to start the second period. Well, again, our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Strata Networks. Strata brings you more local cell sites than any other wireless provider. Join the network with the best local coverage today. Get up to $500 in credits with a qualifying trade-in. Visit stratanetworks.com to learn more. Also, a special thanks to United Express, operated by SkyWest, for sponsoring tonight's live coverage. United Airlines, operated by SkyWest, is committed to being the basin's portal to an entire world of travel. And as we wait for them to start the second period here, Tribal Enterprises is fastest growing tribally owned enterprises in the state of Utah with 9 operations. UTE prides itself in offering the best products and services to our customers. And Zions Bank with 3 locations in Uinta and Duchesne counties, plus online and mobile services. Zions Bank offers convenience and stellar service. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. More at zionsbank.com. As that is Hopkins. She will step on the line.
You know, it's always great when you can bring in a freshman and they play well. And number 55, she's playing great out there, Oakley Foy. She has 2 points, and then she just was the big part of that steal right there, how it went out of bounds. And just a freshman.
And this is Hopkins that with the steal. As Zeman will try to cut her off. Hopkins will go to the line shooting 2.
And Ariana Hopkins, just a sophomore, so she's young too. So some youth making a difference for both teams right now, for the Eagles and the Longhorns.
Hopkins can't get her first shot to fall. Second one off the mark as Zeman gets the rebound down to Maxfield. Maxfield's going to push it hard. And she drives all the way. Nothing going for her there. Riemann with the rebound.
And that's a shot she can make in her sleep. She just missed it off that left hand.
Sorry, that wasn't Riemann. That was Tesoro. Tesoro with the rebound. As a gather, I'm trying to set up this offense. Nielsen puts that one in from the baseline off the backboard.
And Mickelson, yeah, gets another 2. She gets great position on Foy and puts it right back in.
So the Eagles with a 6-point lead here. Rasmussen up top to Zeman. Zeman gives it back to Maxfield. Zeman will drive. Shot goes up. Contact made. She'll go to the line shooting 2.
Good attack right there to the basket to get fouled as you watch the replay. Watch her attack.
As Nilsson
right there goes right into the 32.
And Nilsson, she draws the foul on Nilsson. Her first shot off the mark. But so far, everything holds true as you talked about. Zeman and Maxfield are the two big.
Yeah, the high scorers for the the Longhorns and they're
key
showing
players.
their role. Yeah,
key players. Those two handle the ball. They're the two that push the ball around.
Yeah, just a couple crazy misses for Maxfield. You know, that 3 that just went in and out, and then the layup that just went in and out.
And now another steal by Gracie Garner. And she's got 17 on the year.
Wow. Now that was some great basketball. She took it coast to coast, wasn't afraid of the 2 defenders, cut right through them and made the layup.
So now the Eagles coming back the other way. Full court press here against the Eagles. As that's Tesoro that went up with the shot, couldn't get it to fall. Eagles get the rebound. And now Brady up top for the Eagles.
And the Longhorns just got to find a body when that ball misses like that. They gotta block out. And I haven't seen them block out like I know they can.
Gather 'em inside. As Riemann with the shot, she puts it down. And the Eagles back up by 5 here.
And she has 34 points on the year already with Riemann, but she's making some big minutes here early in this game. The first quarter went by pretty quick, but we're still about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock for till half.
Aspen Mitchell into the ball game. She'll be inbounding the pass for the Longhorns. Yes, she does off back. Gatherum's back, but Gardner comes away with it. And Maxfield's going to attempt the three. Can't get that one to fall. Gatherum with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. I think that was on Garner, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they're saying it's on number 23.
Oh, on Maxfield.
On Maxfield, that's her second. You know, and Emery Maxfield, she's just found everything but the bottom of the net tonight. They're so close on her shot, and she'll just keep shooting.
But she had one ring out on a three-pointer,
yeah,
I
that
think.
three-pointer just went in and out, every part of the rim, but down.
As Brady crosses over the half court. Pass to Gatherum. Gatherum goes inside to Hopkins. Hopkins, little move, goes up, nothing going for her. Garner with the rebound.
Good defense by Gardner as well.
Good ball control by the Longhorns too, I think. As they lose that one, but it'll stay Longhorn ball as that was off a Duchesne Eagle.
And yeah, that was the correct call. It did go off an Eagle.
So Mitchell to inbound it for the Longhorns, and she does so to Maxfield. Mitchell now inside to Gardner. Gardner goes up, gets her own rebound, goes up again.
Oh,
this
wow.
time a push in the back foul.
Almost had that and one play too, but really good job of getting that offensive rebound and another opportunity. Just barely missed off the rim.
As you watch the replay there. The first shot is good. And so a 4-point lead here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Gracie Gardner, a really good play. Not only does she have 88 points on the year, but 87 rebounds.
Right, and then so the 17 steals. I think she's had a couple in this game already.
Yeah,
so.
and a lot of their players are like that. They have a lot of, they're just stat sheet stuffers.
So Brady now to Raymond. To Grant. Grant's going to take the shot. And
wow.
She drills that
Smooth.
one. Little turnaround jumper almost there for Grant. As Maxfield now coming the other way. Pushing the ball hard here. But they'll now slow it down. Abbott to Rasmussen. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell up top to Abbott. Abbott will drive to Maxfield. Maxfield now drive baseline. Tries to put it in there to Gardner. Nothing happening there, and I think that's going to be out on the Eagles.
And I think this is a really important possession right here. They need to get points and keep in this game. It's 15-21. They can get right back in this game if they get a point here.
So Abbott will inbound this one to Mitchell. Mitchell shot off the mark. Gatherum with the rebound. And so it's Gatherum coming the other way.
Quick shot, but she was wide open, so I don't blame her for taking it.
And
she's
another
not afraid to take it.
Back-to-back shots for Grant right there in the same spot. Jumper from about 10, 15 feet out. And the Eagles up by 8.
Yeah, and I like a person that takes a shot and then is the first down one to defend the play. And you see Alyssa Grant do that a couple times, and she was creating havoc on the Longhorns right there.
As Abbott now will inbound it. She does to Zeman. Zeman will kick it back to Garner. And back into Maxfield's hands. She goes left to Zeman. Zeman. Nothing going inside.
That was a really good pass underneath to get it right to number 11. And that was
Cassidy
Rasmussen.
Rasmussen.
Yeah, Cassidy Rasmussen.
And now Raymond inside. There's Tesoro all alone in the easy bucket for the Eagles.
And that's what you can't have in a rivalry game right there, when you get a point on one side and then leave someone wide open on the other.
A nice block there by Gatherum, and she gets it to Grant. Grant. Cross court to Brady. Brady's going to shoot. Shot off the mark, but it's a rebound by Raymond. Raymond will go up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Zorro. To Brady. Now they lose control, and it's a hustle there by Zeman that gets a hold of it, and Gardner ends up with it.
And Brianna Brady took that three, but she actually stepped off on the line, and so I think if she would have backed up a little bit, it would actually have been good.
Double dribble by the Eagles will give this, turn the ball over to the, against the Longhorns, turn the ball over to the Eagles here. And so Brady bringing the ball down. Brady inside to Grant. Grant goes up. Gets the ball knocked out of her hands, but they're going to call a foul. They're going to call that one on Rasmussen. And so Grant will go to the line, shooting 2. We'll watch this replay. See if we can see that.
That was, I could have called it either way on as a ref, but I mean, it looked like a lot of ball.
Well, she gets the first one to fall. See if we can make it a 10-point game. Nope. Rebound Abbott. And now we're going to call a travel against Altamont. We'll give it back to Duchesne.
And Duchesne has already played a physical rivalry game this year with Tabiona and beat him, and that was a big win for Coach Stansfield. It was 46-30.
That sometimes be an experience thing where you got an older roster.
For sure. Yeah, most of this team for Duchesne is all seniors, and you can really see the veteran, play in the way they make decisions.
Nice ball movement by the Longhorns, and Abbott puts up a floater there that gets up over the rim.
Alyssa Abbott, yeah, she has 46 points on the year.
And so now the Eagles
now 48
by 7. Riemann cross court to Gatherum. Gatherum's going to take the 3. Off the mark, it's Riemann with the rebound, and she's a long-armed, definitely a long-armed player out there. It's Grant that going back and forth, and now Abbott comes away with the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Grant.
Yeah, 2 rebounds in a row for Grant. She's just working really hard underneath there. And that time, I don't fault Altamont. They were actually trying to block her out, but they just couldn't. She's just too big in that area of the paint.
Well,
that
she's
just throw people around. So just really physical down there.
She has a really good feel for the down low, though. I mean, as far as her technique goes, she was able to just get around them each time.
Yeah, she was just finding a way to stay in front and get that rebound, even though she was shorter than the person blocking out.
But now Abbott will shoot 1-on-1 in the bonus. And not going to make that one. Gatherum with the rebound. Under a minute left to play here in the first half. Eagles lead 26-19. Gatherum goes right side. Hopkins back up top.
You see Duchesne just wants to slow the ball down. They feel pretty good with their lead right now.
They go into the half with this kind of a lead.
Yeah.
As now Brady's going to attempt the 3, and she drills it.
See, the difference of that 3 and the other 3 was that she stepped over the line. That one, she was set perfectly behind the 3, and she made that all day long.
She wasn't rushing anything.
Yeah, that was a set shot, perfect form. Impressed with her 3-point shot.
So a 10-point lead by the Eagles as Zeman drives. Blocked by Riemann. Can't get him over those long arms. Riemann has out-rebounded him. Now Tesoro.
Yeah, she's got a really...
Brady will shoot up the last shot there, and that's going to do it for the first half of action.
Yeah, Riemann and Alyssa Grant both were having just a great half so far. A 10-point league, and most of that goes to those 2 players right there, and a little bit from Gatherum as well.
Oh yeah, Gatherum. Well, all of them have done pretty good. I mean, that's the thing with the Eagles. They had pretty good ball possession. I mean, Altamont is quite the hustle team, and they've got a few steals there. But fun fun basketball to watch as the Eagles lead 29-19 here over the Longhorns. But seems like it's probably a little closer, and I don't know. What's your take of what happened in that? I mean, there was a close game, and then what happened?
Well, I think what you said. I mean, it's a hard game on the road, and especially for a younger team like Altamont. And you can kind of see them maybe rushing their shots just a little bit too much, where they're turning the ball over a little too many times on this side. If they calm down and just take a breath and then take a shot or make a pass, I think they'll be just fine. So, I mean, a 10-point game is really nothing right now.
Yeah, so it's the veteran of Duchesne Eagles on top, 29-19 over the Altamont Longhorns in this rivalry basketball game. We got the boys basketball game coming up after this one, so it should be a lot of fun. And again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you this live broadcast right here on Media 6. We got our halftime show. We'll do a quick break and we'll come back to this.
Locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. try to go the extra mile for the customer.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash,
I decided to attend USU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family's at.
Such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
That's me, a canvas for my friend's artwork. How did I end up here? Well, I'm a good kid, so my parents assumed I'd never drink underage. But all kids get offered alcohol. Now, school isn't going well. My parents think it's a phase, but I don't know. My brain is still developing, so I'm more at risk for addiction. Even good kids need help to make good decisions. Mom, Dad, please set clear rules. Absolutely no underage drinking.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Here at Stewart's Marketplace, we are pleased to announce that we are now carrying certified Angus beef. Team that up with our Smithfield prime pork, and Stewart's Marketplace has the best beef in the basin. So come on over and check it out. It's a cut above the rest.
The Obstetrics Unit at the Ashley Regional Women's Center offers outstanding care for moms and their babies, before, during, and after the delivery. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
Welcome to tonight's coverage of the Altamont Longhorns as they travel to Duchesne to take on the Eagles of Duchesne. It is halftime here as we get, we're done with halftime. Mark Winterton, Brandon Jones joining me here as the Eagles on top, 29-19. It'll be Eagles ball to start the second half action. Gather him into Brady. Brady will cross over half court. As Abbott attempts to steal.
Yeah, I want to see what kind of game plan that, you know, Altamont Longhorns come out with out of the half as you see him press real quick.
Little shot there by Raymond. Gets it to fall. And now Longhorns quickly down the other end.
Raymond's been huge in this game. 6
Maxfield
points.
with the reverse layup, can't get it to fall, and it's Grant with the rebound, coming the other way. Brady up top for the Eagles. Not a huge scorer for the Eagles. But
she does a lot of other things right, you know, like rebounding, blocking out, defense right there.
And now a steal by the Longhorns to Abbott, to Maxfield. Maxfield loses control of the ball. She'll give it off to Abbott. Abbott will go up for the easy two.
Good unselfish play right there by Maxfield to get it to Abbott.
Brady down court to Raymond. Now it's Gatherum, goes up, making contact there. As we see Abbott's earlier basket there. Gatherum goes to the line shooting 2.
And that's one of the things that, you know, Altamont struggled with a little bit too in that first half, is they didn't hit a lot of free throws, especially in that second quarter. And that's what kind of increased the lead for Duchesne.
As the Eagles have their highest lead of the game, Maxfield will give it off to Zeman. Zeman's gonna pump fake there. As now Garner puts up a shot, banking that one in.
Yeah, way to use the backboard. Puts it high off the glass.
Grant dishes it off. That's Garner playing some good defense there, and it'll remain Eagle ball as Brady will pass it in underneath. Gets it into Grant. Grant's going to attempt the three. No can do. Raymond knocks that one out of bounds.
Yeah, you think that she's just, you know, underneath and that, you know, person that just gets the ball underneath, but she can step out and shoot the three as well. She's got 3 on the year and quite a few attempts. I'd like to see, you know, Longhorns try to get it inside a little bit more. They're trying to work the perimeter too much. And that's what causes turnovers.
Tesoro with the rebound down to Brady. Brady get into the Gatherum. Gatherum lose control of it. She'll get it back up top to Grant. Grant back to Gatherum. Gatherum's going to drive. And can't get anything to go. That's Raymond with her hands in there to force the jump ball, but it'll be Eagles, or Longhorn ball. I didn't think Raymond had a chance at that one.
Yeah, she did a good job to get her hands in there.
Maxfield to Abbott.
There's
Abbott
that inside pass.
Inside to Rasmussen.
See, they need more plays like that. They got to get it inside the paint. Easier shots.
Tesoro to Gatherum. High off the glass. Can't get it to fall. And now Abbott comes away with it. Maxfield.
She only has one person to beat. Oh, and she misses.
Zeman goes back up. Grant is going to be called with the foul, and Zeman will shoot 2.
Have you ever had that kind of night, just when your shots, your layups, your threes, your shots just don't go in?
Oh, yeah.
Maxfield is having that night right now. And
every time I play a game.
Every time you play. But she'll get it going. Stars find a way to get it going late, and I still believe in what she can do. But a good offensive rebound by Zeman there.
Well, Zeman gets that first free throw to fall. Maxfield looks visually upset. I'm not sure what's...
I mean, it can kind of get in your head a little bit, too, when you miss shots and you know that you can make those all day long or all night long.
And well, now the Eagles added 2-point, only an 8-point lead here. Only had a 6-point lead there.
Yeah, they kind of fell asleep on defense right there in the middle.
Abbott with the open shot from the elbow. Can't get it to fall. Grant with the rebound. She's coming the other way. Maxfield, or that was Garner with the attempted steal. Grant's going to dribble in, shoot, nothing. Gather him with the rebound, nothing. Abbott now for the Longhorns to Maxfield.
So now Duchesne's gone a little bit cold. They're not hitting anything.
Inside to Garner. Garner goes up, and it's Grant just takes the ball away. Quickly getting it down, but Maxfield now with the steal. And we'll see if they just exchange steals. No, Garner now will give it back. Zeman can't get a hold of it. She falls to the ground. And Grant to force the jump ball. It'll be Eagles ball.
Yeah, some sloppy turnover passes there. But, you know, just still real good hustle plays, trying to get that jump ball, and gets it for Duchesne. But I think it's a little bit more sloppy than Joe Mornier wants, and so I think that's why he called the timeout. Like, just crisper passes, you know, just crisper play.
Well, quick mentions of our sponsors. Ashley Regional Medical Center. They welcome Dr. Tyler Moore, an orthopedic surgeon who did an additional fellowship, year-long special training in sports medicine. Jones Paint and Glass, founded in 1938, celebrating 80 years of business, and a proud sponsor of live coverage of local high school sports here. Mountain Land Supply. They've been serving the basin for 15 years, and they are now one of our local high school sports sponsors. And L&L Motor, proudly serving the entire Uinta Basin by offering unsurpassed customer service along with the largest selection of new and used vehicles, all under one name, L&L Motor. As Gatherham will pass this ball in for the Eagles. 8-point lead for the Duchesne Eagles. Brady bringing it down right side. Near side. Right side.
Longhorns come out in a zone defense here. See if they can try to create a turnover. And they're going to try to cut off that inside. That inside's been killing them. The points in the paint has belonged to Duchesne tonight. And they're just standing out there and dribbling, waiting for him to come play man.
Well, Brady's, she's content just to stay there. She'll give it now to Hopkins. Hopkins to Nilsson, inside to Tesoro. Back to Brady. She's going to shoot a three. Off the mark. Rebound Nilsson. He kicks it back to Brady. Brady left side to Gatherham. Shot no good. Gatherham trying to get that rebound as she fouls Garner. And so it will be Altamont ball. Abbott looks like we'll inbound it for the Longhorns. And she does into Maxfield.
Yeah, she's probably dribbled about a minute and a half off the clock just up at top.
Zeman makes a nice move. And good defensive hands there by Nielsen. She knocks them off their groove. Now Zeman's going to drive. Nothing going for her. Rebound by Garner. Abbott now drives. Nothing going for her. Rebound Brady. So Brady now coming the other way for the Eagles. And Abbott comes up behind her, almost knocking the ball free. And how about that move by Tesoro?
Yeah, again, just getting in that inside paint, and it's there all day long, or all night long, I should say again. Cold night outside.
A little
cold shooting in here too.
At times. Zeman, nothing. Tesoro to Brady. Brady, it's like she's trying to tell him, hey, let's go, let's move this. Now inside to Mackenzie Nelson with the easy bucket. And the Eagles up by 12.
She just had really good position right there, so she just had to turn around and put it off the glass.
Rasmussen goes up, Nelson. And how about the hustle there by Rasmussen? Now Hopkins gets the steal. So now Brady coming back the other way, up by 12 here. The Longhorns had it, within 6?
Yeah, it was within 6. I mean, now they're kind of in a danger zone again. They've got to execute in that interior.
Tesoro puts that one up. Rebound Zeman. Zeman will give it off to Maxfield. Maxfield pushing it hard, and she's got Garner all alone underneath. She will go to the line.
Almost gets that and one play to go.
Yeah, almost. You know, it seemed like she had enough time down there, but as we watch the L&L replay here, she gets knocked in the back of the head, threw off her shot.
Yeah, at first I thought she just waited to wait for the contact, but I think that she went up as soon as she got the ball. So
misses the first one as Eagles are going to do a little substitution here as they bring in Riley Blazard for the first time today. Garner will shoot her second shot here.
And Blazard's another one that can
off the mark.
Shoot the three.
Blazard knocks that to Gatherum. Gatherum will give it off to Brady. Brady to Hopkins. Hopkins inside to Riemann. Riemann turns, shoots, and scores.
Riemann continuing to have her career night underneath as she has 8 points.
Maxfield gonna go far side there to Mitchell. Loses control of it. She gets a hold of it. Shot goes up. Nothing going there. Rebound Rasmussen. They're gonna call this foul on 21, Brady. It's a non-shooting foul as Foy comes into the game. Rasmussen goes out, and Mitchell is going to pass this one in from underneath.
That's just Brady's second foul.
She gets it into Maxfield, and now they're going to call a foul. It'll be on number 24 for the Eagles. I don't have a number 24. So I couldn't tell you who.
To get it into Foy this
Foy
time.
Goes,
oh, man.
Riemann, her long arms, knocks that one. Shot there, no good, and Brady comes away with the rebound. Brady gonna push this one hard inside. Shot up and
wow.
one. I wish I knew what your name was, number 24.
What a dime pass, you know, from Brady though, making that play. It was Brady.
Yeah, oh yeah. She pushes it hard right
look
here.
at that dime pass, boom, right there, and
pulls the defenders.
Yeah. And the length is really causing trouble for Altamont. They just have such great length in all for this whole Duchesne team that I've seen. They all have long arms and long bodies.
Pass nearly stolen there. Shot goes up.
And a really good third quarter for the Duchesne Eagles to, you know, start pulling away, man. This is not what we thought and not what we foresaw.
Oh no, a 16-point lead after 3? Not at all. As thanks to our sponsors, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass in Vernal and Roosevelt, Mountain Land Supply, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Strata Networks, United, operated by SkyWest, Utah State University, Ute Tribal Enterprises, Zions, and Zions Bank are our sponsors for tonight's live coverage of the Altamont Longhorns and the Duchesne Eagles girls basketball game. Boys basketball game to follow. The game was supposed to start at 7, but we are now at 7.
We'll be a little bit late on the start time, I believe.
Just a tad bit. Tad bit late.
You know, this game has been really, you know, won so far in the paint, and the length of Duchesne and the rebounding for Duchesne is the determining factor right now in this game, and that's why it's a 16-point game, because they're out rebounding, out shooting them in the paint, and just playing lights out.
Again, I'm gonna credit this one to the age, a little more experience there. As far as the Eagles go, they've got that age experience, and they've been able to advance this, just stay strong throughout the whole game. I mean, it was a closer game, but they've been able to now build up this lead to where they've got a 16-point lead. As Longhorns inbound this to Abbott. Abbott up top. Go back to Zeman.
Yeah, let's see if in this fourth quarter that, you know, Joe Mornier can get his first key to the game and out-rebound him here in the fourth quarter.
Shot by Rasmussen, rebound Maxfield, and she puts that one back.
So there's the number 1 rebound right there, and it gets 2 points on the board.
Gather into Brady. Brady running right side, back up top to Gather And she'll go left side to Blazard. Blazard up top to Gather Attempted to get that one inside to Grant, it looked like. Foy got her hand on the ball, and now it's Maxfield. Goes up, defended by Brady, and a nice little left-handed scoop as she goes from right to left.
It was at the very end, just crossed over at the very end. Could have went with the right-hand layup, chose to go to the left, and blew her defender away.
Well, that's two straight scores by Maxfield.
If they get her going, that will be huge in this fourth quarter.
Grant goes up, going to get fouled on the shot, so she'll go to the line shooting too. But, oh, yeah, definitely. Maxfield just went crazy there in a sense. She's got 2 straight buckets. They went from being down 16 to 12 already.
Right.
As you see this little replay here.
You're just trying to get to single digits right now, and they're doing a good job.
Definitely a foul on the arm. She learned that one from her brothers. That shot off the mark. Grant's second shot can't fall. And it's Foy that takes it away. Takes it away from Gather Zeman now bringing it down.
And those are the kind of plays that have to show up here in the fourth quarter. Oh,
look at that steal by Gather Just a heads-up play there. She reaches over and takes it away. And she'll slow things down now up top. Right side to Grant. Grant's going to drive. Shot is up and good.
And she answers the run as it was a 4-0 run for the Longhorns, and now Duchesne gets 2 back.
And now Rasmussen with the wide open shot. She's going to take it. Rebound Foy. Foy goes up. Nothing. Rebound Zeman. Zeman goes up. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line shooting 2.
So rebounding already a lot better for Longhorns in this fourth quarter. And I knew that's exactly what they were going to try to do.
Well, down by 14. Zeman can't get her first shot to fall. And the Eagles are going to do a little substitution. And Longhorns also, as Garner will come into the game for the Longhorns. Tesoro for the Eagles. Zeman's second shot is good.
On the ball pressure by Maxfield.
Brady's going to push it hard up court. Shot up easy. Little bucket there by Tesoro.
And that press kind of burned them a little bit because they had good on the ball pressure, but they just forgot about an open Duchesne player underneath.
As Grant falls down, gives Zeman the open shot, but she can't get it to fall, and Nilsson gets the rebound. Now Grant pushing it. I loved Brady's hustle up the floor there. She did. She pushed it hard there. As now Tesoro's going to go in. Nothing going for her, but I think that's going to be off a Longhorn player. It'll be Eagles ball.
That Duchesne will probably slow the ball down even more so.
And Duchesne wants a timeout. 46-31's our score here in the fourth period with 5:24 left. We're going to take a quick break.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash.
And we're back in this exciting game. It was really exciting until, I guess you could say, the third quarter. And then the Eagles have really all of a sudden started to, well, I guess.
Yeah, they really pulled away in the third quarter, yeah. You know, Altamont's done a lot better job here in the fourth quarter, but they let the third quarter get away from them, and that's why we had the score disparity as it was.
And so 46-31 as the Eagles pass it in. What'd they do? Hit the bottom of the backboard there. Well, they'll redo the play. Redo. It's a redo. Brady into Grant. Grant with the open shot. Can't get it to fall, and it's Garner with the rebound, who gets it to Maxfield. Maxfield pushing it hard up the court. It's Rasmussen. And now Maxfield inside again.
Good underhand scoop right there to get him. I mean, could have got the foul there almost, too. And
Maxfield's already got 6 points here in this fourth period. And now a put back there by Tesoro.
But on a made bucket, they got to come back and play defense on that underneath. That's the third time that they've been wide open. And, you know, Tesoro has been hoping to get that pass every time.
Oh, she's been playing good underneath, too. As Abbott will put this in to Garner. Garner back to Zeman. Zeman Maxfield to Maxfield up top. Now it's Abbott, who's going to drive a baseline. And she gets on the floor with Nelson. You're going to lose every time against the senior from Duchesne.
Yeah, and you know, right now the Longhorns can't afford to trade baskets. They got to make defensive plays, make points on this side, but they got to stop. They got to get stops.
Gatherum to Hopkins. Hopkins to Grant. Grant inside to Nilsson to Tesoro with the easy bucket again. Tesoro's money. Then you can find her open there.
And the passing right there was just amazing. It was, you know, 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass in.
Maxfield misses her shot, but trying to get it back there. And now it's down court. Gatherum had the easy cherry pick, but and now it's Garner who dribbles the ball off her. Oh, they're going to say it was off of Nilsson, out of bounds. We got a foul. We got a foul here. So Garner will go to the line shooting 1-on-1 here in the bonus. Gets that first shot to fall, so she'll get another one.
That was big on the front end. You don't want to miss that one. And that's the difference, you know, with college and high school. You just got to hit that front end.
Can't get the second one to fall, and it's a rebound. Grant. They're going to call the foul now on Garner. Hopkins will take this out for the Eagles here.
Try to get this to a single digit is your goal with Altamont. Got to get good defensive play. Try to get the ball back.
Riemann to Gatherum. Gatherum top to Grant. And Duchesne just definitely going to try and keep it as slow paced as possible. Not let anything get out of control. Secure this win. Riemann up top to Grant. Grant's going to drive inside to Hopkins. Hopkins with the easy bucket, and it bounces in.
Several times that happened tonight. They drive in, they get into the paint on that middle right before the free throw line, and they find someone wide open cutting. It's a thing of beauty.
And look at that. Zeman dribbles it, and Gatherum just grabs it right out of the air. Takes it out of her hands, and the Eagles have a chance to go up by 20 here with a bucket. Riemann. And they'll be patient. They'll be very patient. Now Grant sees Riemann to the bucket. There it is.
And she's in double figures, man, for the first time, I think, this year.
Oh, Riemann's looking good. She's had some great defensive play, some nice rebounds, and she's looked really good on her shots, too. As Abbott falls to the ground there. We're going to call a foul.
.20 game, 2.5 minutes. I think, right now you just have to, try to get it to 10 and, just try to play your game and try to just make it better for the next game here. So 20-point game is pretty hard to come back from.
Oh yeah, yeah. At this point, you just finish the game the best you can, as Abbott does so there with one bucket. And she'll add a second one, so 2 for 2 there.
So it makes an 18-point game
from the junior from Altamont. Gatherum down to Blazard. Blazard get it down court, inside to Riemann. Riemann with a turnaround jump shot. She gets her own rebound. And she'll kick it back to Gatherum. Gatherum to Blazard.
And the clock is your friend if you're Duchesne right now. Just waste time as much as you can. Make them foul you even, as they do there.
And so Gatherum will take this out underneath.
And they're only up to their 5th foul, so they've got 3 more before they go to the line.
Well, that's a good thing for Altamont, as Altamont will put in some of their players haven't got a whole lot of playing time here, as Brooke Spencer comes in for the first time tonight. Gatherum inbounds this to Blazard. Blazard back to Gatherum. Gatherum to Spencer. Spencer. Now she goes to Blazard. Blazard drives. Shot up. Good.
Another cutting Duchesne Eagle to the basket. And that's kind of been the play of the night, as Duchesne has done it often.
Gatherum gets the rebound there. An aggressive movement. And Gatherum goes coast to coast. Can't get it to fall.
Wow.
The putback by Spencer, and the Eagles want a timeout. They're going to put in a whole new different lineup here.
This will be the Eagles' 5th win in a row, and I mean that can really, really springboard you to being a really good team coming up, you know, to playoffs and state. You know, they're thinking about that kind of thing. And Altamont, they just want to get home. They want to play a home game, get a good home game win, and get some home cooking. As Duchesne right now is getting the home cooking done.
Well, just 1:39 left to go. The boys basketball coming up next. So you're going to want to keep it right here. It'll be some fun. There we go. That's our Eagles basketball team. The Eagles and the Longhorns. A fun rivalry here between Altamont and Duchesne. As the girls basketball game about tied up, or about all done. Eagles leading by 22. And so Mitchell inbounds this to Maxfield. Maxfield. Maxfield's just going to keep this one and go all the way. She figures, hey.
Yeah, she's really turned it on here in the 4th quarter, and great play, great body control for the and one. As you see her blow by 2 defenders right there, sees the hole.
And like we mentioned, she's just a sophomore, so.
Yeah.
But her, you can see her appetite to score and to win. Like we've seen her flustered. I think there was one time, I'm not visually, she was very, very distraught. And I don't know if with herself, but boy, she's come out in this 4th quarter and she has looked really well. She's.
And you love to see that, you know, as a coach. You want to see that from your players. You want to see emotion. And then it gets contagious to everybody else, too, and then they'll have emotion.
Well, she's got 9 points alone here in the 4th, so. Little foul there. Give it to the Eagles. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even have any of these roster numbers too, so I can't even tell you who's out there. I've got 2.
A lot of young talent out there coming in.
For the Eagles,
Got a minute left here.
I've got Blazard and Spencer are the only ones out there that I know who's out there. Of course, looks like the Longhorns decided to bring in some some young ones too. So give them all some varsity experience. As that is Farnsworth that gets the ball knocked away from her.
You're seeing both teams playing really hard still, playing good defense, hustling.
So Farnsworth to inbound this.
Kaisley Farnsworth.
She gets that one into Murray.
You know, Duchesne did a good job all night to make sure that Altamont never got anything going in the paint.
And now Foy steps out of bounds, and so it will be Eagle ball.
So the inside game wasn't really there at all for the Longhorns tonight. But great teamwork for the Duchesne Eagles. I mean, they were passing the ball around until they got someone wide open, and it paid dividends.
Well, 24 seconds left. This one is oh, we're back. Wow, we've got Altamont. We got a I think double bonus. She'll be shooting 2 for the Longhorns. It's Paula Segura. And she nails her first shot there. A junior for the Longhorns, getting her first action tonight.
I always love the way that the rivalry games feel, though. There's just a different atmosphere. And courtside seats for me and Mark right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right next to the floor.
Why not? A little vicious. Some ball movement there now. And now Lakin Murray will go to the line. Just a freshman. She will shoot 2. Murray's first shot is off the mark. And she drills the second one. So, hey, they're fairly decent from the free throw line.
Yeah, Duchesne is really close to North Summit. You know, North Summit leads this region, and Duchesne is, you know, they were 4-0, and Duchesne's 3-1. This will make them 4-1, that much closer. So, good play by Duchesne tonight and the win, and then Altamont will fall to 2-3 in region, and that will move them down to about 4th. But still some long season to go for both these teams.
Well, let's talk about just some good things that you saw from the, let's go first from Altamont and then Duchesne, some good things you saw from both teams.
Well, yeah, I think you said it best, Mark. You know, Altamont looked like a really good, talented team, but just a little bit younger. And it really showed up in this kind of a rivalry environment on the road in Duchesne. And I think that's what kind of made it not so close at the very end, is that youth that you see. And you know, Maxfield, she didn't have a great night in the first half, but she really got it going in the fourth quarter. As you can see that some highlights that we're going to be playing on the floor. And then, you know, Duchesne, they just did some really good things. They owned the paint.
You know, you talked at the first of the game about how Altamont is that run and gun, and we saw a lot of that from Duchesne. It was almost like Duchesne using the same medicine, you know, their own medicine against them here, as we saw a lot of that. Gatherum, Tesora, and
that's what good coaches will do. You know, they make a good game plan, and I bet you that was their game plan coming in.
But good shooting all across the board for the Eagles team. They were all on tonight as they beat the Altamont Longhorns here tonight. I'll going back, yeah. You know, this a Longhorn team, now that I've got a chance to watch them here, very young team. They had one freshman in Foy that played a lot of time out there. You have 2 sophomores that are running the show in Zeman and Maxfield, and then junior Gracie Garner. I mean, they're going to have everyone back next year, whether they you know, they get better through the year. I guess that's up to them, but
Yeah, and not
every
only
single one of those girls.
Not only that, as they'll grow as the coach too. It's only his first year, so he'll even be that much better after he gets an off season of what he's seen with these players and what they can get better at.
Yeah.
So all but up, right? For them.
No seniors on the team, and a few handful of juniors, but really kind of the majority, I guess, are younger squad here. Whereas if you look at of course, the Eagles, you got Gatherum, who's a senior, had a great night. Brady, who ran the ball real well, she's a senior. Nelson and Grant both with phenomenal games down low, both seniors, and so that's tough.
Don't forget about Megan Riemann. She had her first 10-point game.
Yeah,
and she
Riemann
was huge too, and she's a senior.
Riemann also a senior. So really, of all those girls that played really well for the Eagles, only one of them is an underclassman.
Wow.
So
and then
next year, this game will be possibly a whole lot different.
And then the coach, Stansfield, said he had a lot of injuries too, so they'll get those guys back next year too. So
that's right. So our game here, of course, Altamont. Duchesne coming away with the win over the Altamont Longhorns in the girls basketball game.